K to the P to the I's. This is Mike Reed speaking, bringing you episode 19 of KPI Pro Tip. And you can probably tell I'm in the car, I'm on the way somewhere. I'm not going to answer a question today because it's a Sunday. I'm just going to talk about something that I suppose I've been geeking out on a little bit this week. I think you guys will find interesting as well. It's all about lead generation. On Friday, I was chatting to who I think is one of the leading online marketing experts in Australia, knows his stuff when it comes to online lead gen and growth hacking and conversion metrics and all that kind of thing. And it got me thinking about a couple of things, particularly for you guys. Number one, I want to talk about lead gen assets. So my main point here is that if you don't see your book as being one of your greatest lead gen assets in your business, then I think you're missing a big trick. And you want to have the mindset around that, not just from the perspective of, building a quality book, but also from the perspective of what kind of a marketing cost should we be building into the distribution of that book as well. And so I want to go back to, give you a bit of a framework for thinking about, how many books you need to get out there in a year and, what's a reasonable amount of money to be spending on marketing your book. And the reason this is important is because I find a lot of people, small business owners in general, have a bit of a poverty mindset around leveraging and promoting their book and giving it away. And this is something AG bangs on about quite a bit as well. And so you want to begin with the first of the end point in mind, I suppose, which is how many clients you're looking to acquire in a year, right? What's your capacity? So if you're an architect and you need 10 clients in a year, then you want to think about, you want at least 10 times that number of people consuming the book, reading the book over the course of a year, for you to have more than enough for you to hit your 10 to be at capacity, right? To be oversubscribed with business. That's got to be the end goal. If you need 100, you need 1,000 people out there consuming the book. They're kind of like bare minimum sort of numbers. And when I say getting it out there, whether or not people buy it, whether you give it away for free, shouldn't really matter. I don't want you guys to see that giving away your book is an expense. It's actually an investment in acquiring new business, in acquiring clients. And not only is the cost of the book, the production, the distribution, and investment, but you want to think about what's the marketing cost that I need to build on top of that as well, that would be reasonable for me to remain profitable, but also be oversubscribed with business and acquire new clients. And this kind of got me onto the main point, which gave me an insight on Friday, because I was thinking about what's the marketing cost we're willing to spend to get a copy of the KPI book out into the hands of our target market. And in my head, I was thinking it costs us maybe $10 to produce and distribute the book. And on top of that, if we were paying a marketing cost of $10 a book, then that's a reasonable amount of money. Now, talking to this marketing guru who I was speaking about before, he was saying that the kind of industry benchmark rule of thumb is that the value of a visitor to your landing page for your book, and if you're not thinking about, like, when you've produced your book, if you don't have the digital infrastructure around it to be able to sell the book, then again that's an important step on the road. So I'm talking about having a well-converting landing page and all that kind of thing. Leadpages.net is a really great place to be able to get just simple, cost-effective, templated landing pages for stuff like lead magnets, like a book, and whatever else. And they've taken bajillions of points of data from all their customers and spit out templates of, what are the right fonts and the right headings and the right places to be able to convert people into opting in for that book. And so he was saying that the industry benchmark is about $10 per visitor to the website, and it made me realize that I was probably discounting what the true marketing cost should be for getting a copy of the KPI book in the hands of our target market, but it also kind of drilled home the importance of, if you're trying to connect with a marketing partner or doing any sales, marketing, advertising, anything like that, or you're thinking about sponsoring an event to be able to distribute your book, or you're thinking about entering into a sort of sponsorship arrangement, marketing arrangement with a potential partner, and there's some cash involved and all that kind of thing, and you're trying to reverse engineer, what would I be willing to pay for a lead? The how well your page converts is just such a critical component, because your marketing partner, they don't care about the cost of a lead to you. They care about what's the value of us sending them a visitor, right? Or sending them attention, sending them interest. How well you convert that attention, that's got to be your job. And so if for every let's say I've got a page for the KPI book, hypothetically, that's converting half of the visitors that attend. If for every 2 visitors that attend, if I'm getting 1, then in that case my true cost per lead isn't actually $10, it's $20, right? In this instance, and so, but based on the industry benchmark, and so that's kind of really what the cost per lead is in our case. However, if, for example, right, that page was converting at 25%, I need 4 visitors to be able to get 1 lead. Therefore, my cost per lead shoots up to 40. Right? All of a sudden, that may be prohibitive in terms of profitable lead acquisition to make the whole thing work. And so, my main insight around that last week and lead gen was really around this kind of the importance of making sure that when you guys have produced your book, see it as one of the greatest lead gen assets you've got. Don't have a poverty mindset around giving it away, and not only sort of producing it and distributing it at no cost to your market, but also adding on marketing budget on top of that. But secondly, how cost effective that marketing is really comes down to how well your actual digital infrastructure converts attention into leads. And you'll always struggle to be able to put together effective partnerships if the digital infrastructure you've got to be able to convert that attention isn't doing it in a profitable way. If you've got a low converting page, you'll never get enough leads to feel satisfied and happy. You'll feel ripped off. And if you try and present a proposition to them that's based on undervaluing the visitors that they're sending to you, then again, they're not going to be up for that kind of a partnership. So KPI pro tip 19, hope that makes sense. Getting late in the day, my brain's a bit fried. Questions in the comment box, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Cheers.